We tend to think of each day merely as the continuation of the day before. But what if we looked at it in a whole other way? What if we saw each night as a reset, so that when you go to sleep, it's like hitting the reset button. Your body goes into a state of rest, the mind shuts down for a time, the whole system reboots. And when you awake in the morning, it's a fresh new start. You get to start all over again. And this isn't to say that circumstances are any different. The circumstances will likely be just as you left them. But each new day we have the opportunity to approach the circumstances differently. We have the opportunity to respond differently, in thought, in word, in action. You don't have to respond the way you did yesterday. Your perspective can be completely different. Your attitude can be completely different. Your response can be completely different. Sometimes the reason why our circumstances remain as they are is because we remain as we are. That is, we keep responding in the same way over and over again. And there's this very insightful saying that if you always do what you have always done, you will always get what you have always gotten. So if you want things to be different, you have to do things differently. You have to take a different approach. Or it may be that the circumstances don't need to change. Rather, it may just be that what is needed is a change in perspective, a change in attitude toward our circumstances. Sometimes it's just that we take things for granted. We fail to appreciate what we have. So much of our unhappiness in life is due to nothing more than failing to appreciate what we have. But in either case, whether the circumstances need to change or not, each day gives us the opportunity to change ourselves. We can wake up in the morning and carry on as we have been, or we can decide to take a different approach altogether. We can wake up and begin the day by complaining, or we can take a moment to appreciate the fortunate aspects of our lives. We can even be grateful that we have this opportunity to start fresh each day. We have these personality traits, our attitudes and tendencies. We have these repetitive patterns in the way that we think and feel and behave, and we tend to think that we're stuck with that. We think that it's who we are, and there's nothing that you can do about it. But that's simply not true. Any of those things can be changed. You just have to decide to change it. And it may take a bit of practice, but every day you have a chance to practice. If you've been going about life all wrong, creating all kinds of misery and drama and problems for yourself, you can decide at any time to change direction. There's no rule that says you can't change. You don't have to keep doing things the same way. You don't have to be the same person that you were yesterday. Every day is a new day. Every day is the first day of the rest of your life, and you can decide at any time to live it differently. As soon as you recognize that something you've been doing isn't working, you can begin to change it. You can try something else. And sometimes you may have to try many different things to see what works best. But you have so many opportunities. Every day is a new opportunity. So if you try something different today and it doesn't quite work, you can try something else tomorrow. Each day you can make adjustments. You don't have to try and change everything all at once. You can make a small adjustment each day, because maybe the idea of changing everything seems overwhelming or impossible. Or maybe it feels scary because you're accustomed to things being a certain way. There's comfort in familiarity. Even when things are unpleasant, we might prefer it to the uncertainty of something new, because at least it's familiar. But each new day brings with it the opportunity to make a change, whether big or small. And usually, we're more comfortable making small changes. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't matter how fast you move or how much distance you cover, so long as you're moving in the right direction. So even taking a small step each day is better than standing still. So when you wake up in the morning, recognize this is a fresh new beginning. I have the opportunity to start over. I have the opportunity to do things differently. I have the opportunity to try something new. I have the opportunity to let go of the past, to let go of old stories, old patterns, to let go of old baggage and burdens, to lighten the load and to live in a different way. This new day brings with it the opportunity to appreciate what I have and to make the best of my situation. I can choose to see what is good in my life, in the world, and in others. I can choose to be a little bit kinder, a little more caring, not only to others, but also to myself. I can choose to be more patient, more forgiving, more understanding. I can choose to be open to life, to whatever life brings, to be more present and attentive, and to embrace the gift of each new day.